So on this rewind thoughts is my thoughts on not so much a fighting game, but basically people online in fighting game using the turbo button in their fight stick. So the backstory is that once in a while, me and my friends, we just play online. And what happened was one of my friends bought a fight stick that has a turbo button in it. And he was actually using it. And for a while, I guess it was a time when I was an idiot for doing this, but I took it like seriously. Because I think at the same time was that I was high playing Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, I know. That game for what it is, it's okay, I did enjoy it, but that's a different story there. So I'd rather play that than play Street Fighter 4 online, especially doing Omega mode, because for people that don't know, Blanca in Omega mode is very broken, but that's the whole point. It's not supposed to be competitive, it's just for fun. And to a point that I guess I got irritated like an idiot again. And I called him out, and after a while when I did that, I kind of realized, well, that was kind of a dick move for me for doing it. I kind of felt bad, but the happy ending is one, my other friend did talk to him and just said, hey, look, he didn't meant it, and he did apologize. I did apologize in the long run for that one. And yeah, but after that, we moved on. We played Mortal Kombat X. It's okay, and especially Street Fighter 5. Again, in the casual level for fun. We're not like FGC level players there. And like I said, and when I looked at back, I'm like, man, I was an idiot for doing it. I kind of pulled, well, I hate to say this, when Mike Ross kind of did what he did in the final episode of the Capcom Pro Talk, I kind of did the same thing with this one, it's just bitching mode. To a point, not only I complained to my friend about it, again, no harm done, but it was really unnecessary. I mean, when I think about it, I'm like, yeah, that was stupid. I did a video on this, just calling him out, whining, bitching about it. So, and then like I said, don't do that. Yeah, it wasn't cool for me. So I'm like, I'm admitting that this was one of my dumbest things I did, but I did want to share this so that other people can take note and don't do it. So with that, here's the rewind about me complaining, bitching, moaning like an idiot about players online using turbo button in their fighting game. And we're not even playing it for rank, it was just for fun. But still, that was a bad move for me, so enjoy. Hello guys, NautoAisDx once again. And this is going to be another Mega Mix Game Showcase vlog. And yes, excuse me, it's going to be on my main channel here. And the reason basically is I'm using Share Factory here. And it's an in-game related also. So what am I going to be talking about here? Well, if you're watching the video right now is, once again, you've seen this before. Excuse me, I gotta clear my throat. I do apologize. Anyway, you see in my channel, my main channel, so always be playing Street Fighter with my friend. He likes to play Street Fighter, me and him want to play, just casual Street Fighter game. So, but basically lately, what's happening lately is that he's discovering the game, which is good, and especially in the fighting game, you want to learn something new. But unfortunately, the way he sort of discovered new is using some sort of excuse me, some sort of button enhancement. So what is it? Turbo buttons. And if you just see right there, I kind of counter is ultra, boom, ultra KO. So anyway, just want to point out there. Lately, he discovered something that kind of give him sort of an advantage on fighting game. And basically, he's having turbo feature on a fight stick. Yes. So first of all, you're gonna say, for people new to gaming or new gamers, you're saying, what's a turbo button? Well, basically, it's a feature that you push that mode, and the button itself will basically program as you're pressing the button rapidly. That's what turbo means, rapidly. So you don't have to do it. You just have to hold it down, and it'll act like you're pushing the button rapidly. It works when you're playing some classic shoot 'em up game like let's see, Gradius, 1942, like that. But in a fighting game, using turbo buttons is considered cheating. That's cheating there, and I'm gonna explain that later why. And especially here in the battle. Why? If you notice, my friend is using Omega Blanca. Using Omega Blanca is not a problem. My gripe with him using Omega Blanca is he relies too much on the electricity. Because again, well, you gotta keep in mind, he's not a tuning player, kinda like me. He's in the casual level who just like to play Street Fighter. But unfortunately, to some extent, he does not like or want to learn. That's the downside. He does not want to learn how to play the game. Rather, oh, I need some sort of enhancement to get an upper advantage. Thus, turbo buttons. So before I even continue saying, well, how do you know he's using turbo buttons? Well, one is, he had admitted, he said that he'd been using turbo buttons. And he did admit, he said that to some extent when push comes to shove, he has, that he felt like using turbo button will give him an advantage. Because he bought a fight stick from Madcast, the Ultra Street Fighter format PS4 fight stick, and when he looked at it, he said, "Oh, I don't like this," which is most people use, but he said, "I don't like it." And my other friend said, "Why?" "Oh, it doesn't have turbo buttons." Yes, he admitted it, that he didn't like it because there was no turbo buttons. So he's using a fight stick that has turbo buttons. Having turbo buttons in a fight stick is not wrong. It's just up to the person. It's up to whether you want to use it or not. That's it. And here we go. I did it again. You gotta love it. Using Evil Reuse Ultra 2 combo. So I just want to point out, I just love doing that. I love it when I'm able to do that. But anyway, back to my story. Yeah, so for him, he needed a turbo button to get an advantage. And he used to, and especially since Blanca, how to do the electric. There you go, like there. You just have to push down the button and it acts like your turbo button. It's sort of cheating because that's like one button move. That's the reason. And it's kind of really annoying. And the problem, and to anybody wonder, well, what's wrong with using turbo button fighting game? Well, one is, it kind of hinders you to learn to play the game. You're not learning how to play the game. You're going to realize, if you notice there, all the time, he keep using that light. All he was doing is holding down the light punch. So instead of doing light punch, electric, all you have to do is just hit light punch and just hold it down, and then boom, electric the minute he lands on the ground. Again, having an advantage, he needed that sort of handicap. Again, that's a pathetic handicap. I mean, a handicap basically is life bar or super bar, but like the way he uses here, to some extent, I'm sorry, is disrespectful. Why? Because like I said, you're not bothering learning the game. Dang it, excuse me. So you're not really bothering learning the game because when you're using turbo button, you're relying on that feature, and also you are also playing with someone else. So if you're doing it in a computer, a level 8, say, level 8 computer, then that's fine. Doing a computer, go ahead. You were playing by yourself, but when you're playing with someone else, it does affect them. And for me, in my perspective, in my side, I feel like I'm just wasting my time. I could be playing another game that I really want, i.e. Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. No, apparently, as a favor, I have to entertain my friend here and play Street Fighter, and yet he's being a cheater by using turbo buttons. So, that's the problem. There you go. And again, the way he plays Omega Blanca, it's kind of like scrubbish because he relies too much on the electric. But like the other moves, there's no problem with it. Alright, so here's another battle, me playing as Ultra Street Fighter 4 Ken. He's also playing Bison, Ultra Street Fighter 4 Bison, and that's his main character. But here's also the problem you're gonna see. He does his one combo and it makes it easy for him. There you go. You see that? Too low light kick and a scissor kick, and all he had to do was hold down and back, just press the light kick, and then the minute the second kick, you just have to just flicker the joystick. There you go. And the problem with that move is it's broken, because when you get hit that first low light kick, you get in a frame lock and you can't get out of it, and then the second one, and then boom,
scissor kick, and then the scissor kick does a lot of damage because it's Bison. Again, cheating, because imagine if you're trying to do that without the turbo button. I don't think he may be able to connect it. But no, because he has a turbo button, so he let the machine do the combo for him. Again, to some extent, disrespect. You're kind of like wasting my time. Why should I play you if you're not going to bother learning and you need that enhancement? So right here, yeah, in this round, I'm actually winning. Like I said, because I'm actually willing to learn to play the game. And I actually did try to learn the game because there was a video from Carl Scanner TV. Yes, I do watch it once in a while. When Xavier Wood or Assassin's Creed was there, he was teaching Assassin's Creed how to play the game, Street Fighter 5, and I just used that same fundamental in Street Fighter 4. I mean, I can't really do that focus cancel moves thing, but I at least try to understand how the game and the mechanic works. I don't know if he does or not. All he does is, to some extent, he just bunch of smash. I still have a long way to learn, but at least I'm trying to learn. But my friend, unfortunately, I mean, I don't hate the guy, but it's just kind of disappointing he's not bothering learning. Right there again, 2 low light kicks and a scissor. He always does that move. And again, a rookie thing, because you're hopefully it'll hit, you know, random they might hit. It doesn't always work. I mean, he plays Bison, he mains him, and he does have good timing when he does it. But, oh, there you go. Did you see that low light punch? Again, the power of the turbo button. Again, he uses turbo button. It is unfortunate. Again, once again, the problem is it hinders you learning the game. So look at that. All you have to do is just hold down the light kick, and then boom, boom, frame lock. Okay, here's the worst battle. Very disrespectful. Right there, ready. Electric attack. Again, another one. All you have to do is just hold down the turbo button. Again, very, very disrespectful. And yes, unfortunately, Omega Blanca is so broken that it's really powerful. But that's not the point, because it doesn't matter. If the character is powerful, like most people said, it's not about the character. It's about the player's skill. Learning the characters ins and out is the key to victory. So it doesn't matter if the character is broken. Anybody can overcome it. That's what it is. At least I'm trying to. That's why I just like playing as Ken. I'm having fun with Ken. But right there, boom, electric. Right there, electric. And I think that one move that there you go again, electric. Wow. And then, yeah, and the problem is, I told him about this, like, oh, you know, don't use turbo buttons. You know, real people. Didn't work. I was trying to counter, but anyway, back to myself. Again, there you go. I told him in front of real men don't use turbo button, and the response he said was, "Oh, well, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't get it." There you go. So if you don't even get that, why are you playing Street Fighter 4, Ultra Street Fighter 4? Come on, learn to play the game. So anyone here, if you want to learn to play Street Fighter 4, one thing is actually learn to play the game, learn the character. Right there again, lightning attack. He just relies on the after an air light punch, boom, electric attack. Look at that. It's very disrespectful because again, you're wasting my time. Look at that, boom. You hit me, and then electric attack again. Because you can't do it if you're doing the rapid buttons. No, but he doesn't have to because he has turbo buttons. See, and right here, there, look at this. I'm not even doing anything. Look what he's doing. Doesn't get it. Because all you have to do is just hold on the button. Yeah, he built up his meter, but look at that. Lightning. Wow. It's like right there. Very disrespectful. Instead of even attacking him or anything, I mean, at that point, if you saw what happened there, I was tempted to rage quit because he was just very disrespectful. He doesn't bother to learn the game. He was just wasting my time. I said, you know what, screw this. But of course, in any rule, finish the game. Whether you like it or not, finish the game. Don't be, well, the quote, don't be a jerk and say, you know, forget this. Just finish the game, cut your losses, and move on. Because I know there have been stories with Street Fighter Cross Stacking when, oh, anybody I see using the auto block gem, the automatic quit. Don't do that. Don't hate the player, hate the game for even having it. So be a man, do whatever you can. And if you can't do anything about it, you know, that's the game's fault, not the player. But look at that, man. She's left and right, electric attack. Because all you have to do is push down the button. And again, like I said before, because all he had to do was use the turbo. He admitted that he doesn't like a fight stick without a turbo button. Having a turbo button fight stick is not a problem, because again, fight stick is not just a fighting game. I mean, granted it's called fight stick, but it's also you can play with classic arcade, like any shooter, like 1942, Mercs, Gradius, could be also Ghost and Goblin. So anyway, here I go again. Look at it again. Lightning attack. Lightning attack. That's all he's doing. Electric attack. Electric attack. I mean, yeah, there is a flaw to that. Like, you have to wait until, I think, 2 seconds after he does it, and he do a low attack. Low roundhouse. Or any low attack. You know, that's what it is. Gotta still work on the timing. But look at it. It's just very disrespectful. Disrespectful. Lightning, lightning. It was just really at this point, and I was just like, okay, when am I even playing the guy? See, doing the execution move, that's not a problem. That's just time. But right there, electric, you can tell. Trust me. Because you won't be able to do that if you're trying to push the button like this. But just holding it down, hey, guess what? You get away with it. You're able to do it. Again. So, I mean, I managed to win one victory here, but still, like I said, it is very disrespectful. I mean, that's have to respect the game or to anyone, but you also have to, but people have to be at least courtesy to the other players that, hey, you're playing them, you don't want to be wasting your time. But if they're going to be, well, the word is scrubbish, why should I play you? Oh, well, I need an advantage. Well, learn the game. Don't use advanced. Don't ever use advanced enhancement like turbo button, because it's, again, you're wasting my time. You're wasting people's time doing that. And then, why are you playing Street Fighter? Oh, because I just want to have an advantage. And one of my friends said, well, maybe he's trying, well, the quote unquote is trying to take me off. Well, to some extent it might be working, but, and if that's your deal, then that's really, you shouldn't be playing video game with your friends. To play video games so you can get pissed off to your friends is not playing video game. Now you're just, again, like I said, you're wasting their time. Because every time, sometimes what he does, every time he goes on, he'll always say, hey, can we play Street Fighter 4? And then every time I say no, he keeps bugging me. Oh, come on, let's play Street Fighter 4. I'm like, dude, I want to play something else. I don't feel like playing. But sometimes because he kind of begs, and one of my friends is a good friend of his, so I have to say, hey, you know, can you really play with him? So I gave him another chance, but this is what happened when I gave him another chance. Disrespectful, using lightning attack. I'm like, really? So, would I play him again? Well, if he actually learns the game, that's fine. So I'm gonna have to evaluate him again to see. But if he's doing the same thing like he's doing here right now, then I'm gonna say, look, learn, at least try to learn the games. You don't even have a lot of games, because I do have a lot of games. He doesn't. He likes fighting games. Fine. At least learn the freaking game. But if you're not there to learn the game and you're just there, you wanna take people all because I'm winning, because that competitive thing, then you might want to reconsider, because what you're gonna do is, and to anyone, you're gonna be really gonna upset a lot of people. They're not gonna play with you, and you say, well, they're not gonna know me, I'm anonymous, blah blah blah. They make a note of those names, they write it down, they block you, and there's a community, and they'll even warn you, hey, you know, if you met this player, his name is blah blah blah, or her name is blah blah blah, or whatever that game was saying, blah blah blah. Yeah, you can be blacklisted. So again, to anyone, if you're gonna play a fighting game, learn, play fighting game. Don't use turbo buttons. So yeah, that's my feedback about it. So I mean, in the end, don't use turbo buttons and fighting game, because you're not gonna learn. It's alright. Anyway, thanks for listening. Hello guys, NautoAisDx here once again, and this is going to be a follow-up on my MMGSV block on turbo buttons and fighting games.
So remember one part I said that a friend of mine bought a fight stick and he didn't like it? Well, what you're looking at right now is this is the fight stick that he basically he didn't like. At first he did like it, and if you know what it is, yes, it's a Mad Catz Ultra Street Fighter 4 Tournament Edition 2. I think that's what it said. Arcade Fight Stick Tournament Edition. So you think, well, how come he doesn't like it? But first he did, no he didn't. He liked it because he liked the design. I mean, kudos to Mad Catz, I guess sometimes design works for some people, so there you go. I mean, I heard a lot of the FGC they use this. But in the end, say, I don't like it. Why? There's no turbo feature. So, I mean, I don't know why they didn't put it in this one, but that's a different story. So, he basically said, you know what? I'm going to give it to me. So, like I said, I have no problem with the guy. The guy is cool. My friend is cool. But it's all about, the spirit of gaming, competitive gaming. So he said, you know what? You can have this. Consider it as a birthday present. All right, I'm like, cool. Now I got my own PS4 fight stick. But here's the problem. Yeah, I don't use that. I'm a pad player. So it's kind of useless for me. But you know what? Thanks for the good gesture anyway. So at least I have a PS4 fight stick. But yeah, this is what I use.
So basically I want to do this follow-up on my video about turbo buttons and fighting game. And the reason why I want to do this follow-up is I want to clear something that when I look back and watch that video, I was saying to myself, like, yeah, you know what? Even though I sounded salty, I did sound like I was taking the game too seriously. And to some extent, yes, believe it or not, it did look, it's not just it did look like it, I was sort of taking it too seriously, so that was a shame on me. Second, was I salty? Definitely, I was salty in that video. Again, that's on me there. Again, shame on me, taking it too seriously. But the thing that I want to say about the video I did about the turbo buttons is, did I sound somebody that someone did this video, something like this, way in the past, when Street Fighter Cross Tekken came out? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, one of the guy from the FGC, he did a video for Street Fighter Cross Tekken about auto block on Street Fighter Cross Tekken. And the guy is, some people know about this, Arturo Sanchez. I don't know what his handler name or his name they call it. I think it's something TS7. I could be wrong. Sorry, like I said before, I'm not really considered part of the FGC. I like fighting game. Community otherwise is a different story. So, but basically, yes, sadly to say, when I look at video, I'm like, yes, I did sound like Arturo Sanchez complaining about something. Because if you don't know the gist of that video is, I mean, again, that video was 2012, so that's a long time ago. But Arturo basically was trying to explain about how auto blocking fighting game is something that you don't do. And the way he basically presented himself there, I'm sorry to say, nothing personal, he was being unprofessional, or quote unquote, well, not unprofessional, I take that back, I do apologize. Not unprofessional, but I'm trying to say salty, like I just did in that video with the turbo button. It was salty. There was saltiness on there. Again, did it sound like he was taking seriously with the game? Well, in my opinion, the way I see it, yeah, kind of like I did something in the video. So basically, the bottom line is I did the same thing what Arturo Sanchez did when he complained about auto block and Street Fighter Cross Tekken. So in that part, yeah, there was no excuse on my part. Way took it pretty seriously. I know, hey, my friend was probably had the upper hand of cheating, but again, it's still not an excuse. So in that one, is, yeah. So yeah, I did take it too seriously. That was my fault there. That was basically on me there. So yeah, there was no excuse. Yes, I did take it seriously. So again, so for people watching that, and you didn't like that one, I want to apologize for that, because I took it seriously. I sounded salty, and I was basically complaining, and basically I was doing what Arturo Sanchez did in that one video. Again, yeah, so that's all I can say about that one. But again, am I mad about what my friend did? No, it's just a game. It's not that a big deal. It's not a big deal. It was just at the time I was just like, the reason why I was so salty was he was bugging me to play with him. Unfortunately, I didn't really feel like playing Street Fighter because I was into Metal Gear and I was having fun. And just to play him and trying to cheat or basically using enhanced button that outside the gaming, I just didn't like it. But at the same time, there was really no excuse for me to act like a salty kid. So again, again right there, I do apologize on that one. I mean, yeah, but I mean, even so that it is an outside, like it's not winning the game, it's outside. I still shouldn't be like acting like a salty kid. I'm doing apologize, I'm just repeating myself. I'm kind of losing the word here. So yeah, so that's the reason why I'm doing this follow-up, because like I said, when I look back at that video, even so kind of legit, I was just a salty kid in the end of the day. I mean, people might say, well, the difference is your friend was using something outside of the gaming. Street Fighter Cross Tekken, the auto block was in the game. Basically the words, the phrase basically there is, don't hate the player, hate the game. That's true. Street Fighter Cross Tekken, the auto gem was in the game. They did try to rectify it, but again, kind of jerky move from Capcom, because they even basically screwed the DLC gem. That's actually Capcom's fault there for Street Fighter Cross Tekken. In the case when I was playing with my friend, there was no rapid feature on Street Fighter, Ultra Street Fighter 4. So that was an outside feature, but still, it's just a video game. Kind of no excuse for complaining. So there you go. So that's the reason why I want to do a follow-up. Because bottom line is, I kind of look like they're basically unprofessional. Let's just say that. Like I said, salty kid. Like I said, I had no problem with my friend. We're just kind of like what if you watch Up Down Down with Assassin's Creed and his good friend Kofi, rivalry sort of, I guess, gaming, but it's only a video game. There you go. So with that, thanks for listening.